Welcome students. In this video we are going to learn about potable water. What is a potable water? The water suitable for drinking is called potable water. What is potable water? The water suitable for drinking is called potable water. Every liter of potable water contains 1 to 2 grams of dissolved salt, mainly common salt. So, which is the salt present in potable water? Common salt. In addition to the common salt, there are small amounts of calcium, magnesium, potassium, copper and zinc. So, what are the minerals present in water? Calcium, magnesium, potassium, copper and zinc. The minerals in water give it a certain taste. Because of these minerals only, water has taste. In addition, these minerals are useful for our body's metabolism. Potable water also contains dissolved gases. Another type of water is non-potable water. What is non-potable water? Water which is not suitable for drinking is known as non-potable water. Example for non-potable water. Imagine you are swimming in the sea and by accident you swallow some seawater. How would you feel? You would feel like vomiting. The sensation of feeling nauseous is because of a lot of salt in the water. Every liter of seawater contains 35 grams of dissolved salt, most commonly known as sodium chloride. So, what is the salt present in seawater? Sodium chloride. Such water is called saline water. Water which is not suitable for drinking is known as non-potable water. So, saline water is the example for non-potable water. The salinity of water is more in the Dead Sea. Which sea has more salinity? Dead Sea. It is actually a salt lake as it has a single source of water and is not connected to the ocean. It is landlocked and this causes the water to evaporate. Because of landlocking, the water in the lake is evaporating. Because of this evaporation, steady increase in its degree of salinity. It increases the salinity of water. Now the salinity is so high such that the marine life cannot survive in it. This is why it is called the Dead Sea. Now we will see what are the characteristics of potable water. Potable water should be colorless and odorless. It should be transparent. It should be free from harmful microorganisms like bacteria, virus and protozoa. It should be free from impurities like suspended solids. It should contain some minerals and salt necessary for our body and some dissolved gases to add taste. These are the characteristics of potable water. Now we will see the another topic, purification of water. Out of the total fresh water available on the earth, only 1% is present in water bodies like rivers and lakes. And the remaining water is frozen in glaciers and polar regions. Water from these water bodies is unfit for drinking, cooking, washing or bathing because it contains suspended and dissolved impurities. It also contains microorganisms like bacteria. If this water is consumed without purifying, it can cause waterborne diseases like typhoid and cholera. Therefore, water should be treated and purified before it reaches our home. So, in order to purify the water, we have to follow some steps. What are the process for the purification of water? sedimentation, filtration and sterilization. These are the process for the purification of water. What is sedimentation? Water from lakes or rivers is collected in large sedimentation tanks that it is allowed to stand undisturbed so that suspended impurities settle down at the bottom of the tank. Sometimes a chemical substance like potash alum is added to water to speed up the process of sedimentation. So in order to make the water sediment fastly, we have to add some chemical substance like potash alum to water. It will speed up the process of sedimentation. This process is called loading. The particles of potash alum combine with the suspended impurities and make them settle down at a faster rate. Second process, filtration. Water from the sedimentation tanks is then pumped to the filtration tanks. Filtration tanks contain filter beds made up of gravel, sand, pebbles, activated charcoal and concrete. Water passes through these layers and becomes free from any remaining dissolved or suspended impurities completely. Another process is sterilization. The filtered water is treated chemically to remove the remaining germs or bacteria. This process is called sterilization. So what is sterilization? Removal of germs or bacteria from filtered water. Okay, that is called as sterilization. The chemicals that are used in the process are chlorine and ozone. So what are the chemicals we are using to sterilize water? Chlorine and ozone. The water from filtration tanks is pumped into chlorination tanks where chlorine is added to remove harmful bacteria and other germs. The process of adding chlorine in adequate amounts to water is called chlorination. So what is chlorination? The process of adding chlorine in adequate amounts to water is called chlorination. Ozonization is a process in which water is treated with ozone gas to kill the germs present in it. Another process, that is ozonization. What is ozonization? It is a process in which water is treated with ozone gas to kill the germs present in it. The other method for sterilization of water is by exposing it to air and sunlight. By exposing the water to air and sunlight, we can sterilize the water. How we can sterilize the water? By exposing it air and sunlight. Oxygen from the air and sunlight destroy the germs present in water. One more method for the sterilization of water is aeration. Aeration is the process in which air under pressure is blown into filtered water. This also helps to kill the germs. So what is aeration? Aeration is the process in which air under pressure is blown into filtered water. It will kill the germs present in the water. Okay. Nowadays we are using RO purifiers for the purification of water. What are RO purifiers? RO purifiers are the purifiers that can remove the dissolved impurities and germs. They also improve the taste of water. What's the expansion of RO? Reverse osmosis. It is used in the purifiers. Some RO purifiers also have a UV unit. UV means ultraviolet unit. This UV unit destroys the germs present in water. So these RO purifiers increase the taste and also it destroy the germs present in water. Okay. So students, in this video we have learned about potable water. Okay. In the next video we will learn about hardness of water. Okay. Thank you.